What's up, y'all? It's Prison Yard Gossip. I'm back with another video, man. I got a lot of comments about Wade Wilson was at death row, Union CI, where they keep the death row inmates, and I guess he got moved to Swanee CI, whatever. And people in the comment section of, I'm gonna shout out Jumpsuit Pablo. People in the comment section was wondering how Union CI was and shit. And well, here I am. I was at Union CI, but I was at the work camp that's connected to Union CI. It's Union CI work camp. And matter of fact, it's the old building. It's the old death row. Union CI work camp is the old death row building. Like it's like a long corridor, and it's got cells. But there's no door no more. They took the doors off. So you can see old writings and shit on the bricks from old death row inmates, and there was a couple famous ones that were there, but I don't remember the names of who they were. They were like serial killers and shit. I don't remember who they were. I remember the lore, though. Whenever you first got there, they said, oh, this was such and such. So I can't think of the name right now. But Union CI work camp, you could see the death row inmates. You could see them outside playing basketball. People at Union CI work at the actual correctional facility there. Like if people have work details. So I was on a burial, like if you died in prison, I worked on a burial crew, which when you died and you didn't have no family members or no support on the outside with your body, there was a cemetery connected to the prison, and the inmates are the one that actually buried you. We dug the hole, we lowered you in, we did all that. And when nobody died, we still went out to work. We still mowed, weed eated the cemeteries. We kept it up. All types of crazy shit. Like, it's fucked up. When you die in prison and you ain't got no support or nothing, and you got inmates, the one that are doing it, yeah, they hold your service, whatever. We prep everything. They bring you out. They use this little crane. We use this little crane thing to lower you in and shit, but they don't do all that when the church, they're like, a pastor comes, we sit in the back, we stay hidden, we don't like nothing, like we're not even there, we're just out hanging out, drinking coffee, doing whatever. Some people might bring flowers and stuff, and they'll leave on your little graves area, whatever. And man, it's fucked up, man. When you leave, they just throw the flowers and shit that you brought. They don't even keep it on the grave. They just keep that shit. They just throw that shit in the van and throw it as trash. Like, it's a messed up situation. But that was my job. Other people, they had ODOT. They worked for not ODOT, whatever the Florida Department of Transportation was called. Some people worked on a road crew, picking up trash. I did all types of shit. I did the burial. I worked on road crew. I did all types of shit. I was only there for like a year and a half or something. Like, you had to get your level dropped down, whatever. But the whole Wade Wilson thing was he overdosed off fentanyl, and I guess got moved to Swanee CI, and everybody was like, well, if he's on death row, how the hell did he get fentanyl? And, well, my 2 cents, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if I had to guess, Union CI is connected to a work camp, and people go in and out. So, it's not hard to, just because you're on death row don't mean you just at Union doesn't mean that you're not around people, because you're still around people. You can see the basketball court on death row. Like, people played basketball and shit. Like, it's not like Indiana death row where every inmate has a single cell, like, and they never get to go outside. Like, they go outside. Like, I mean, it's not a secret. I mean, yeah, he probably got it's flooded, man. I mean, it's as easy it is getting it into the work camp. I mean, you could get it past you could bring it to the actual prison. And, the actual prison's probably got their own thing going on, too. I mean, people bringing in the pack and shit. I mean, everywhere you go, there's the pack. The pack is going to be everywhere. It don't matter where you could be on fucking Mars and they're going to figure out a way to get the pack in. I mean, it's not hard. And what else are you going to do in jail? I mean, if you're in jail, most of the time you're going to want to get high to escape reality. So there's always going to be a supply and demand. But the fentanyl thing is a lot difficult than like Suboxone or Tunchi or Spice or whatever you want to call it. Fentanyl, that shit's I mean, I don't know. That's just a lot harder to comprehend why you're doing fentanyl in prison, because, I mean, there's fentanyl in prison, but it's not as high as demand as Suboxone and Tunchi and all that. But, yeah, if he really overdosed off fentanyl, I believe if I had to guess, if I had to put my 2 cents in it, let me put my 2 cents on it. He said that he overdosed off fentanyl and whatever, they hit him with Narcan and this and that. Well, my experience with seeing people overdose off Spice, K2, Tunchi is the same way. People do fall out off Spice, and the prison will hit you with Narcan, no matter if they're going to hit you with Narcan when you fall out, even if it's Spice. So just because you got hit with Narcan in prison doesn't mean that you were on fentanyl. And just like Jumpsuit Pablo said, he said that as soon as he overdosed, they hit him with the Narcan, they got him up, and they shipped him out. That's what happens. No matter what you overdose on, they're gonna pack you up, but they're gonna grab you, they're gonna take you to the hospital or the medical, whatever, and you're not even going back to your cell. They're gonna ship you right the fuck out to somewhere else. Point blank, period. You're a security threat no matter what you are. They don't know how you got the drugs in there. They don't know if you're the one getting the drugs. Like, they're getting you the fuck out of there. Like, and they're going to hit you with Narcan no matter what. So even if Wade Wilson said that he overdosed off fentanyl and they hit it, and I got hit with Narcan and all this, that's somebody's poisoning me with Narcan, that ain't all the way true, because people overdose off Spice and the prison hits them with Narcan just to make sure it ain't fentanyl. So, because sometimes that Spice K2 shit on paper is sprayed with fentanyl. So, I mean, it just, you can't take anybody's word, man, because he could have just overdosed off some Spice, because K2 paper is a big thing in prison, and a lot of people are doing that shit, and you do fall out. Like, you are on fentanyl, you will fall out just like that, and they will hit you with Narcan. So, I mean, take everything that they say with a grain of salt. Just because you got hit with Narcan and moved out doesn't mean that it was fentanyl. Because if I had to guess, where he's at is high maximum. So fentanyl, I mean, he had, like, it's not a hot commodity. People ain't bringing fentanyl into the prison. I mean, they are, but it's not like Suboxone and Tunchi are the main money makers. If you just think about it, if you're the plug in prison, are you going to risk bringing fentanyl in? There's only going to be a handful of people that want this shit. Think about it. Ain't nobody trying to do fentanyl in there when, I mean, is Suboxone and Tunchi. Suboxone is the same feeling as fentanyl. When you're sober and you're on Suboxone in prison, Suboxone is going to get you high like fentanyl. I mean, I mean, just think about it. If you're the plug, you're not gonna want to bring fentanyl and kill people, and then where are you gonna make money at when you got people dying? If you're gonna get the pack in, you're gonna bring Suboxone in. Those bitches are like $300-400 to pop. That's what they were then. There and Tunchi. I mean, everybody who smokes Tune. I mean, yeah, but that's my 2 cents, man. I mean, shout out to Jumpsuit. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. And Wade Wilson just lying like a motherfucker. He probably, like I said, I think he overdosed off Tunchi. They hit him with Narcan, shipped him the fuck out. I had a dude, one of my dudes overdosed, but he actually overdosed off dope, off heroin. Somebody brought the pack in because we were at a reception center, and he overdosed, and they shipped him off the same fucking day. So, I mean, but he was at a reception, and people were coming from off the streets. They were coming straight to the joint. So somebody that's what I'm saying. It's so rare for somebody to actually have some heroin. Like, it's rare. Like, actual heroin in prison is rare. Like, it's usually Suboxone and Tunch. And if you've been to the joint, you know, like, it's rare. Especially, actual heroin is rare in the joint. Don't get me wrong, it's there. If you want it, there's a way, there's a will. But most people want Suboxone and spice. And that's it, man. That's my 2 cents. I figured I'd make a video on it. What else is there? Union C. Oh yeah, at Union CI, man. When they would have executions, they would shut down the whole facility. Like, there would be no movement at the camp, like anywhere, even across the street at Union. They would shut down all the institutions in the area, and like, restricted movement. It's all bag lunch. Like, they would hide you from the media. It's a big thing. If you were at Union CI work camp, you know what was going on. Like, you can see the death row. You can watch death row outside when they're outside on their rec time. Like, you know what's going on. But shout out to Jumpsuit. I'm out of here. Fuck Wade Wilson. He's lying. I think he overdosed off tunes. Got hit with Narcan because that's what they do. But whatever you guys think, believe what you want. This is my opinion. That's all it is. And subscribe, like. See you on the next one.